Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are back for another Championship Sunday watch along. And some good vibes. We're ready for some good vibes. Let me just double check that we're live here. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Alrighty. How are we all doing? Ready for another fabulous day of Championship football. Give me chat over on the laptop. Yeah, we'll move the Spirit game up there. Dun, 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 dun. Alrighty. We are all good, ready, rock and roll with some Championship football. Got another big triple header again this week. Once again, Moreton versus this time South Melbourne. And then we've also got Avondale, Northwest Sydney, and Bayswater Metro happening at the same time. I think that Bayswater Metro game might be a bit of a heater as well, in my opinion. I reckon two teams with I don't know, probably not the biggest expectations on them coming forward. So, going to be very interesting to see how they both perform against each other over in WA in that one. But you haven't seen already, Group A is absolutely flying. Obviously, we had the 2-3-2 wins last week. We've already had 3-2 win as well with big upset. Not a big upset. I thought we needed to start putting some respect on their name, but Broadmeadow beating Sydney Olympic, probably a bit of an upset for some people in that one. So we've got a bit of football on our hands, but in this Group A, and it really is anyone's kind of game at this point. Let us know how you're all going in the chat. Which one you're most excited for out of this triple header that we've got going on. As both teams walk out of Lakeside Stadium with Moreton City wearing that beautiful yellow bruised banana kit. As they made so famous in that Australia Cup run in 2024. Absolute heater of a kit. So it looks like Trent Millard has come in to the starting lineup. Haven't checked the starting lineups yet for this game. See how we are. So Moreton start off with Foster in goal as always. Millard, Smith, Maneki, Kojima. And then Arneson, Takagishi, Murai Scott, Courtney Perkins, and Pengelly. So McAnally jumps to the bench as Millard is picked over him. And that is the only change from game week 1 for Moreton. South Melbourne, I believe, is unchanged after their round 1 win against Sydney Olympic as well. Gonna be a very interesting game in this one. Avondale as well are in action up there at Christie Park, or the Arctic Circle, as some people like to call it, at NWS Spirit. That would be a real... I think that's going to be a real cracker of a game as well. I think that's going to be a sneaky one to keep an eye on. Obviously, we'll keep an eye on all three of these games happening at this 3:30 kickoff slot. Mr. Soccer in that chat, how are you? Good to see you, mate. Excited for some Championship Sunday football. We've also still got the A-League going on at the moment. Got that F3 derby happening at the moment as well, so keep an eye on that one as well. Let me just pull that up. I completely forgot about that. Mariners were up 2-1 last I saw. Not sure if Jets have scored since. Come on, hurry up. So yeah, still 2-1 in that game. Got the Bayswater game on. My mate is there. Went down to Perth the other day. Went down there the other day when I was in Perth. Hey, I was pretty impressed by Bayswater's first game. Obviously, they got a point against was Sydney United. Obviously, with that fan, with a bit of shithousery, that was a bit iconic in that one. But yeah, I think they've got a good chance here against Metro Stars. And hopefully your mate enjoys the game over there in WA. Because I reckon it's going to be a bit of a cracker. Put my phone on silent just in case I get any goal notifications that I don't want to see. So we're underway in the other two games. Obviously, I've got a bit of a delay. And we're underway down here at Lakeside Stadium as Moreton City in their beautiful Bruised Banana kit kick off against South Melbourne in their traditional blue kit. This is, as a Moreton fan, probably, I think this will be one of our hardest tests in the competition. I think South Melbourne at the moment are on a bit of a hot streak. They finished the season very well. Started off poorly. Wow. That is criminal. That is criminal behaviour there by Mr. Soccer. Actually, I don't have my... There we go. I don't have my chat overlay on. Might actually make that a little... wrong one. Might make that a little smaller as well. South Melbourne got a good crowd down there as well by the looks of it. Oh, that is harsh. I thought how Arneson got the ball there. I thought that was a fair challenge by Harry Arneson there. On Seb Pasquale, the Western United player. Well, former Western United player, I guess. Now that they do not have the A-League license for this season. Love to see Andy Pengelly probably a bit more. Yes. I know who you are, Scott. I know who you are. Never actually been down to Lakeside Stadium. Walked past it once, but never Never been to Lakeside Stadium. Definitely somewhere I wanna get though. Great defending there by Maneki. I think probably one of our best players in that first game. Obviously Joe Scott with the 2 goals probably gets man of the match, but I thought Maneki was really good. Manual crowd count with 33. Oh, Jesus. Some South Melbourne mic there. Good to see you in that chat, Koi Colonius. South Melbourne not good enough for A-League. Oh. I went down to the Raw game on Friday night, and I thought I was pretty impressed. Oh, I mean, the crowd was still fairly low, low sixes. But I was impressed of kind of their match day experience. Well, Jets have actually got one back here against the Mariners as well. So 2-2 in that game. Lockie Rose off the bench. But yeah, I was pretty impressed with the kind of their match day experience, and I don't know, a bit more energy in the stadium. I've never really had that energy in the stadium for a Raw game so far. Chuck both games up. What time is your stream at, Dom? I'm typing this for South Melbourne game at 4 minutes. I'm currently at 4:20 for the South Melbourne game. And everything else is, I think, Bayswater Metro's a bit ahead for me. And same with the Spirit Avondale game. Where was it sitting? I was in, what bay are we? 333. Bay 333. So right next to the Den. South Melbourne with the Max Mikkola long throw coming up here. We've also got a free kick for Avondale up there at Christie Park. Here's Mikkola with the long throw. Well done by Foster. Still danger in the box and blasted over by the South Melbourne player. As Avondale hit they just go past the outside of the post with their free kick in that one as well. VAR's still checking that Newcastle goal against the Mariners as well. Bilberry Park. Agreed. Cloconius. Did you get a membership again at Raw? No, actually, I haven't renewed my membership with the Raw for this season. I think just I know I won't be able to get to kind of all the games this year, so I'm just kind of like I'll buy tickets when I can get down. Long throw again by Mikkola that was punched away by Foster, and now they've got another one. You'd imagine Mikkola just runs the other side to do this long throw. That goal was eventually given for Newcastle against the Mariners as well. Oh no, they've got another long throw specialist. Not as good as Mikkola's. Oh, still dangerous though in the box there, Yoshida. Still going forward here, South Melbourne. That's a goal kick. Well defended there, Declan Smith. Yeah. Well, with everything going on, just one, a membership doesn't make sense for me, and two, a bit expensive as well. Especially when they're not playing all their games at Suncorp as well. Like, KO's closer to home for me, so I'll probably pop out to those games. I probably won't end up heading to all Suncorp games. Sorry to get down to some women's games though in Imperial Call. And that'll be nice to get down to. Bit of pizza, bit of football. Great header away there by Declan Smith. Here comes Jackson, Courtney Perkins. Great challenge there by Yoshida though. Up from you, Ozwatch, A-League Couch Critics. Who do you recommend that does good content for the Oz Championship / A-League? I mean, UBF's always good. They always bring out a fair bit of content. If you're into Raw stuff, I mean, I love the boys from Bridge City podcast. Sam and Andrew, sorry, couldn't remember their names. Here we go, going forward here. Pengelly, Joe Scott, have a crack, Joe. Tries to play back to Courtney Perkins, doesn't work out. Who else? I know Cody Ojeda's getting back into his content. I think doing his common football. I think he might be going back to the common football fan, doing his weekly talk. So keep an eye on him. Joe Scott fakes the long throw, short to Sater. Have a crack, Sater. Oh, that was close. Smart work there by Joey Scott. Yeah, I mean, there's enough people around. Also, Football House, I think it's Football House 360 or 360 Football. They've done a week of content. And they've really come in with a bang in their first week as well. Got my women's membership. Plan to keep an eye on the ticket giveaways, those sponsors, and trying to win those. Yeah, 100%. It's a tough world out there to live in, mate. Listen to Bridge City since they started. We used to listen to them in the office when Ross was there. Oh, yeah, right. That's pretty cool. Football 360, important to get behind. Yeah, 100%. 100%. They've got their full website and everything going. They're, I think that had a lot of engagement in their first week. It's really good to see. Dangerous cross there by Lampard, but easily picked up there by Nathan Foster. Still 0-0 across the games. Still 2-2 up there at the Central Coast as well. I'm excited for next Sunday. First game of the championship up here in Queensland at Perry Park. Oh my God, that's a cracking ball. Oh my God. And Max Mikkola hits the crossbar. My God, that was a dangerous ball. Oh my God, how... Jesus Christ. That was a cracking ball. Just in between Manecki and Foster. And then Mikkola's shot hit in the crossbar and Yoshida just couldn't bring it under control. My Lord. Yeah, 100% Morton got away with that one. No. That was, Jesus Christ, that was close. Yoshida runs the ball out of play there. Looks like Newcastle really dominating the last few minutes of that F3 derby at Gosford there. Here we go. Corner for Newcastle. Deep corner. Still danger. Oh, Rabona cross. Crossed in by Avondale, who looked to be getting the better of Northwest Sydney at this point. As Morton move forward here. Takagishi tries to switch, just couldn't get his foot around it, unfortunately. Still 0-0 over there at WA as well, between Bayswater and Metro. South Melbourne have started really strongly in this game against Morton. Got another long through here, South Melbourne. You basically say another set piece there. Metro Stars look to be controlling most of the ball over there in WA. Just trying to probe at Bayswater there. Great save there by Foster, who denies Max Mikola. As Morton try to push out. They are dangerous on the counter-attack, Morton. Go forward again here. Great header away by Kojima. As they win a free kick as the South Melbourne player ends up being in an offside position. Ooh, who's your surprise team to win the championship? And also, who do you think is going to be an unexpected fail? I mean, I don't know if you can really call it unexpected, but I don't expect both Sydney Olympic and Sydney United to go very far. I think that both of those will go out in the group. Kind of two foundation clubs. I'd kind of expect to go out of the group, in my opinion. I just don't see Sydney Olympic getting past the other three teams in Group A: South Melbourne, Morton, and Broadmeadow. Even Broadmeadow beating them today at home. So I that's kind of one team I expect to probably not live up to expectations. Same with Sydney United. They both had relatively poor seasons, so I just can't really see that happening. Kind of surprise team to win the competition. I don't know. I think Arpia is going to win it. I think they seem to like the strongest kind of side at the moment, and I don't know. I just love what they're doing down there in Arpia. Shout out to JD and Jude and the whole content team and the whole club. They're killing it at the moment. But maybe surprise team. I do think Morton will get out of the group and have a good run. Other than that, who do I want to pick? I think Canberra Croatia are going to do well. Obviously, they beat Preston today, which is massive. But I kind of expect Canberra Croatia to do a little well. Their first two games, they've surprised me, and they look really strong. So probably Canberra Croatia be my kind of surprise team. But also don't be surprised if South Hobart make it out of the group as well. They're a great team. You go Max Mikola long throw. You go short. Lampard, can you put a good cross in? Everyone's just left it, and it's a goal kick here for Moreton. Seven minutes of added time down there at Gosford. We've had a player collision over in WA between Bayswater and Metro. Oh my god. Yikes. Moreton like to play out from the back, but they've played themselves into trouble here. Lampard cross gets deflected, still in the box. Away, Takagishi, blocked again. Great scrambling defence there by Moreton. Great block there by Declan Smith. Great work there by Declan Smith. Takagishi, oh, that's one player you do not want to get injured if you're Moreton. Have Jets scored? The correct? Or have they got a penalty? They've got a penalty? Oh my god, the Jets have got a penalty. Thea Harris has given away a penalty against the Jets in stoppage time. Jeez. The players are still down over there in Bayswater. That was a nasty, nasty collision. So a couple of injuries happening at the moment. Penalties being awarded here for Newcastle as well against the Mariners. Oh, my camera's gone. I forgot about this. Where is it? Turn it off. Turn it back on. Apologies. Apologies. I forgot about that. Looks like Takagishi's back up as well, which is good to see. Eli Adams to take the penalty against Andrew Redmayne. Takagishi dislocated his shoulder and going back on. Redmayne saves the penalty as well. Oh my god, everything's happening. Or has he missed the penalty? I missed it altogether. Eli Adams. Oh no, great save by Redmayne. Great save by Redmayne. Low to the left. Mikula. That's an absolute bomb of a throw. But it goes behind for a goal kick. I think Metro Stars and Bayswater are getting forced into an early substitution in that game. After that hefty collision. And the Mariners have... Oh my god, no way. The Mariners have won it. No way. No way. Holy crap. What a game down there at Gosford. One end to the other. Oh, Delianov with a mistake. Oh my god. Wow. Absolute limbs in that game. Andrew Durante. Oh my god. Wow. Matt Van will be distraught. Matt Van will be distraught. And the team that I predicted to finish last. Here's Jackson Courtney Perkins. Great challenge. Great challenge by Lampard there. Holy crap. The team I predicted to finish last might win their opening game. Wowee. Is it Andrew Durante or Nicholas Durante? Wowee. What a crazy end to that game. Redmayne with a bit of time wasting down there at Gosford as well. Make sure if you are enjoying the stream, you leave a like. Share it around, all that good stuff. Mikola goes short again with his throw. And Joe Scott gives away a free kick in a dangerous position. Queensland local Max Mikola as well. Dangerous position here for a free kick for South Melbourne. Looks like a little bit of wet weather over there in WA for that Bayswater Metro game as well. Free kick here for South Melbourne. Good ball into the box. Well dealt with by Morton. Still there. Great block there by Kojima. South Melbourne ultimately end up with the ball again. Looks like it's just going to be a game of chances here for Morton. They've got to really capitalise when those chances come about. Great work there by Morton to win a free kick. This Jets game's still going. Wins through the 102nd minute. Oh, the Mariners have won it. The Mariners have won the F3 Derby. That's crazy. What an insane stoppage time. That is crazy. Morton go forward here. Joe Scott won themselves a long throw. Trying to out South Melbourne, which is crazy. All games still 0-0 at the moment. Avondale haven't been able to find anything past NWS. NWS has caused a little bit of trouble there for times at Avondale as well. Bayswater Metro Stars, after a lengthy kind of delay after that heavy collision, still 0-0 as well. Morton go forward here. Still trying to find something. Get past South Melbourne. Win themselves a throw. Great hustle there by Pengelly. South Melbourne go forward here. Here's Yoshida. Lining up for a shot. He hits the crossbar. My lord. Second time South Melbourne have hit the crossbar already in this game. Happened last week against Moreton as well. Not Metro Stars. Magic hit the crossbar about 3 times and the post a couple of times as well. Great challenge there by Jackson Courtney Perkins. Moreton really seem to be struggling to get a foothold here against South Melbourne. Real interesting to see. South Melbourne really dominating the fixture so far. Another corner for Avondale against NWS as well. Long throw by Mikla only finds Nathan Foster, but they've got another throw here. South Melbourne. How much longer can Moreton put up with this pressure from South Melbourne? That's going to be the big question. Good crowd out there in NWS as well. For a game against the Victorian champions. Goal kick there for Moreton. Coming up to that half an hour mark as well. Still goalless across the 3 games. South Melbourne really dominating the opening 30 minutes against Moreton so far. But Moreton's defence has held up. Arneson wins a foul. Plays it quickly. Moreton have a bit of space here. Takegishi. Nah, gives it away. We want ourselves a throw in there. South Melbourne want it back. Good attacking play here by South Melbourne. Sheeda. Offside against South Melbourne. NWS go forward. Ooh, good save there from the Avondale keeper. Also picked up a few things at the... well, I didn't pick up a few things at the op shop. Good mate Chris, centre back of the vlogs this season. He picked up he found a few things at the op shop for me, which they are pretty elite things, to be honest. Ishida wins a foul there for South Melbourne. Moreton also have a player down. It looks like... who is that? Millard? Yeah, it is. Is Trent Millard down there for Morton? Oh, cops that Lampard cross right to the side of the head. That's, yeah, yikes. Oh, let's turn our attention for Bayswater Metro. So Metro still dominating majority of the match out there. Still haven't been able to find a way past Bayswater yet, but they showed last week that they're a capable side, and they played right until the very end. Right until the very end. Avondale won a free kick against NWS. Against the mighty bears or koalas or whatever the hell they are. Probably a bit of concussion protocol there for Morton, for Trent Millard. Who still looks like he's a bit wobbly. Bit wobbly. Free kick for Avondale didn't amount to much. South Melbourne line up their free kick. What can they do with it? Dangerous position. Are they going to go for goal here? Looks like Mikola and Pasquale standing over it. Go short. Little bit of a short free kick routine. But Morton City clear. But South Melbourne ultimately regain the possession and settle the game back down to their speed, which they have done so far very well in this game. Very, very well so far. NWS look like they're slowly getting into this game against Avondale. A couple of attacking opportunities here. As Ollie Laval is offside for South Melbourne. They leave the free kick there for Nathan Foster. Another player down there over in WA for Bayswater. It looks like Metro Stars have won themselves a corner. Morton City can go forward here. Here's Joe Scott. Ultimately, touches too heavy and gives it away again. Dominated the play so far, South Melbourne. Probably dominated the chances as well, but neither team's really had many clear-cut chances so far in this 35 minutes of play. We are still scoreless across the field here. Although not for long, Metro Stars has a shot. And shot just goes wide of the Bayswater net. Harry Arneson wins Morton City a free kick there against South Melbourne. Morton lose the ball once again, quite cheaply. I'm sure Cam Miller is not happy with his side, knowing Cammy's standards of how quickly they've been losing the ball after they gain possession. Kojima almost plays it over the top there to Andy Pengelly. He's a danger man, Andy Pengelly. He doesn't need many chances. Last week he didn't get that many chances against Broadmeadow. But he's a man that needs no invitation to score. The all-time leading goal scorer in NPL Queensland. I think 3 or 4-time Golden Boot winner in NPL Queensland. But at the moment, it's all South Melbourne in this game. The referee has tripped up Harry Arneson. Great challenge there by Jack Morgan, the referee. Oh, sloppy there by Sater. But ultimately Morton can go forward here. Here's Kojima down the left. What can he do? Loses the ball. He gets it back. Here's Takagishi. Joe Scott. Come on. Here's Sater. Shot, Sater. Oh. Just wide. Probably the best play of the game so far there from Morton. It's Avondale. They get it. NWS here. Can they open the scoring here? Fornaroli down the right, I believe. Cuts twice, 3 times. Comes back out. Looks like the opportunities slowly going away here for Avondale, but they work something else back. Cross across goal, but well done there by the NWS keeper. Safe hands. Obviously, they've got the AstroTurf out there at Christie Park, so interesting to see how that plays out for Avondale, considering they wouldn't play that many games down there in Victoria on AstroTurf. Here's Lampard, South Melbourne. Finds Laval, but isn't able to bring it down. Morton win it back. Decent crowd at all 3 games today. Looks like a very good crowd at all 3 games. Or Pengelly almost plays Courtney Perkins through. Morton win themselves another free kick. Not another free kick, another throw in. Jesus. NWS win the ball back here. Can they do anything? They win a free kick. They're in their own half. It's not going to do much. Here's Maneki for Morton. Finds it out to Courtney Perkins. Can we move forward? Can we move forward? Here's Courtney Perkins. Finds Joe Scott inside. Poor touch from Joe Scott, and he loses the ball. Great build up though. That's more. We want to see more of that from Morton. Unless of course you're a South Melbourne fan. So they hold on to the ball quite well here. South Melbourne. Here's Yoshida. Out to Mikola. Back to Yoshida. A good ball in the box. Pasquale. Finds it back out to Mikola. Great defending there by Millard. And he wins Morton a free kick. I think there's going to be a fair bit of stoppage time in both the Bayswater Metro and the Morton game for this first half. Doesn't look like there's much probably to be given in that NWS Avondale game, but I know there was a hefty wait for that Bayswater Metro game, and you'd probably be looking close to 8-9 minutes. There was no play of football there. heavy collision there between the two players. Here's Millard for Moreton. Tries to go inside. Gives it away, but probably luckily enough, he was already out of bounds, so a throw-in's been given for South Melbourne. Lampard with the throw here for South Melbourne. Goes back to Jankovic. Getting close towards the end of the half here. Couple minutes left here. Moreton slowly finding their feet in this game, but really it's all been South Melbourne. But they haven't been able to create many clear-cut chances, South Melbourne. Can they create one here? Here's Andrews in the box. Great defensive work again there by Declan Smith. Millard clears. But that's twice now Smith has really been the last line of defence with his blocking. Great work there, Declan Smith. Pasquale finds a ball over the top to Mikola, who drags it wide. Probably their best chance of the game so far. All the Moreton players are calling for the offside. Was not going to be given. I think it was on target. Declan Smith was there again, but Mikola, I'm sure he would have wanted that one back. Into 6 minutes stoppage time over there in WA. Metro Stars in the box. Hits the crossbar. Oh my God. Still on here for Metro Stars. Shot edge of the box. Can he find that top corner? Finds the Bayswater goalkeeper instead. Moreton win a goal kick, but all the players are calling for a foul against South Melbourne. As Harry Arneson goes down holding his ankle. Only the 1 minute there at Christie Park. Oh my God, and they came so close. They've won they've been given a penalty. Avondale have won a penalty. I think a bit of shirt pulling in the box there by the NWS defender. And Avondale have won themselves a penalty. I believe it was Bruno Fornaroli who was pulled back there by the NWS captain. Fornaroli, ball in hand. Can he put Avondale ahead here? Here's Yoshida for South Melbourne as we wait for that Fornaroli penalty. Yoshida tries to cut in on the left. Fornaroli for Avondale. Oh, the keeper gets a hand to it, but it is 1-0 Avondale. Bruno Fornaroli with the penalty. And we have our first goal of this championship Sunday watch along. Beautiful penalty there from Bruno Fornaroli. But the keeper he gets a hand to it, almost pushes it up and over. But the power was just too much on it from Bruno Fornaroli. Moreton City give away another throw in here for South Melbourne. And NWS will go behind in their game 1-0 to Avondale going into the break. Metro Stars still trying to find a way past Bayswater in their game. They win a free kick in a dangerous position there. South Melbourne. Oh, I think that was Mikola that took the shot and Foster spilt it, but luckily enough for Fozzie, he was able to pick it up on the second time of asking. Bruno Fornaroli puts Avondale ahead of Northwest Sydney Spirit going into halftime. Metro Stars with a dangerous free kick in their game against Bayswater. Can they create something before going into halftime? With a free kick, it's a good double hand to it there from the Bayswater keeper, Italiano. They win themselves a free kick, Bayswater, against Metro Stars. Morton with a long throw here. 30 seconds left of stoppage time in the first half. Joe Scott's going to have the opportunity to launch a long throw in. Can he create a chance here for Morton City going into break? Joe Scott, long throw. Finds Declan Smith, but it's defended well enough there by the South Melbourne players. It's a 2v2 here for South Melbourne going forward. It's Noel Bernarda. Finds Yoshida, but great defensive work there by by Kashima. I always struggle to say his first name. I just call him K half the time. And that's half time at South Melbourne. Morton City 0-0 in that game. South Melbourne definitely with the better chances in that first half. Morton City were really struggling to get their foot on the ball for majority of that half. But going into half time at 0-0, I'm sure they'll be happy. And Bayswater and Metro Stars still playing a 0-0 draw in their game. Not much long of stoppage time over there as well. We'll watch that one play out for the last kind of minute. Metro Stars going forward here. Great play on the wing. Can they put in a ball? Finds a man top of the box. But just tried probably one too many passes there for Metro Stars as they go out wide. And that is half time in that game as well. Oh, I knew the camera was closed. There we go. We're back. Apologies for that. We go into the half. Morton City and South Melbourne 0-0. Bayswater Metro Stars 0-0. And then Avondale and WS 1-0 to Avondale. Thanks to a Bruno Fornaroli free penalty just on the stroke of half time in that one. I'm going to quickly duck to the toilet. Give me 2 seconds, and then I've got some op shop finds to show you as well. I'm back. Apologies. I'm back. Now, I told you I had some op shop finds. Well, I didn't have them. Centre back Chris from the vlogs this season. he was at the op shop yesterday and he found a few things that I liked. So he bought them for me. What a great guy. What a great guy. All right, first one. A bit of an interesting one. But some Brisbane City player shorts. Don't know where. Don't know where he found them, but some Brisbane City shorts. I'll never say no to a pair of shorts. Picked them up for $5 at Salvos. That's great value. Second one, $4 from the Salvos. Albany Creek Excelsior kit. Looks like player issue. Number 13 on the back. I'll have to do some digging into who that was, but Albany Creek, obviously the one of the predecessor teams of Moreton City Excelsior. So I think that is awesome. That's a great pickup. I'm very happy with that. And then this one, probably my favourite bit from what he's picked up, but I just didn't even know this was a thing. But a Gold Coast Knights jumper, like, this is sick. This is sick. It's got the Croatian Sports Centre on the side. Got the Gold Coast Knights on the back. It's got a bit of weight to it as well. Looks like a pretty decent jumper. Medium. I don't know if it'll fit me, but how cool is that? I reckon that's pretty sick. Yeah, I think three great finds that Chris has picked up for me there. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I think they're three great pickups. So shout out Chris for finding those for me. I don't know if I'll fit any of them, to be completely honest. What's the Albany Creek's a medium? Looks like a big medium. Probably could be able to fit into it. And then the pants and the jumper are medium. Pants, yeah, might be able to fit into them. Might be able to fit into them. But yeah, I reckon that's sick. I reckon that's pretty cool. Yeah, halftime in all these games, we've got 1-0 to Avondale in their game. The other two are still at 0-all. Obviously, we had some games earlier today that finished in a 3-2 win to both Canberra Croatia and Broadmeadow Magic. And they're against two big sides as well, against Sydney Olympic and against Preston Lions. Like Preston, probably a lot of people's pick to get out of their group. But Canberra Croatia really stuck it to them in this game, and honestly quite deservingly came out on top. And Broadmeadow Magic, I thought, were great against Sydney Olympic. I watched that game. I thought they were fantastic against Sydney Olympic in their game. But yeah, we after the first kind of after pretty much the first round. Yeah, pretty much. Well, we can tell you who's top of their groups after the first round in the teams that have already finished their group. In Heidelberg, they are sitting top. Marconi got their first win after a 4-0 win against South Hobart, which I was kind of shocked about. I thought South Hobart. I know Marconi's good and they've got a great defense, but I was shocked of how convincingly they beat South Hobart. I thought South Hobart for sure would be able to put a couple past them. Then obviously West Apia will finish top of their group going into next week with 2 from 2 and a clinic they put on against Sydney United. 3-0, 4-0 in that game. Like, yeah, probably a 4-0, sorry. Yeah, 4-0. Not something you'd want to see if you're a Sydney United fan. And then obviously Bayswater Metro playing out their last games of the ground. Preston sitting bottom at the moment. Not 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 started very well for Preston Lions in the Australian Championship. Sydney Olympic will be bottom of their group as well. 0 points so far. That's a It hasn't been the greatest start to life in the Australian Championship for Sydney Olympic. The only team at the moment. Oh, sorry, and South Hobart. So two teams at the moment that have started their first two games not winning either of them. Obviously, we still have an opportunity for Northwest Sydney not to win either of their games, and same with Metro and Bayswater, but they've at least got points. Metro doesn't have a point, so they have an opportunity to start 0-2 as well. We're not too far away from the kickoff of the second half of these three Australian Championship fixtures. Make sure you have liked the stream if you have enjoyed, and yeah, let us know. Let us know what you think is going to happen with these three games in the second half. Who do you think is going to come out on top in these three games? I'm going to go Avondale will end up beating NWS, I believe. I reckon Metro Stars ends up getting past Bayswater, in my opinion. And to be honest, as a Moreton fan, I'll be happy if we get out of this with a draw, at least. I'm hoping for a win as always, but I'll be hoping for at least a draw. Had some goals this week in the Australian Championship. Had some absolute goals this week. Oh, lordy lord. Been a hot weekend up here in Queensland. Don't know what it's like around the rest of the country, but it's been very, very warm. It has been very warm up here in Queensland. The polls so far are showing that people think the Bayswater's going to get past Metro Stars. I believe that Metro Stars will get past them, in my opinion. I think they've probably got a better, deeper squad than Bayswater. I'm not saying I know a heap about Bayswater, but from everything that I've kind of read and learnt about Metro Stars, they seemed like the deeper squad, and they won. I feel like NPL South Australia is probably a little bit stronger than WA, in my opinion. I from everything that I've seen and watched from the WA NPL, South Australia looks a bit stronger. NWS and Avondale come back onto the pitch for their second half. Not too far away from both the other games getting kicked off as well. As we've got an exciting second half to come in for South Melbourne, Moreton City. Actually, all three games, I think, are a very real opportunity of being an entertaining watch in the second half. Hopefully, Moreton City can contribute a bit more attacking output in this second half. Not much attacking output from them in the first half. I think only, I'd probably say two shots, none on target. Hasn't really been the best start to the game for Moreton City. I'm sure Cammy Miller will be disappointed probably more so with these teams' performance in the first half, because we know they're capable of more. We saw them last week against Metro Stars, and they were a much better side than they are today. Yes, probably against one of the better squads in the competition, but I think regardless they'll be disappointed to play how they did in the first half, as both teams come back out for the second half at Lakeside Stadium. South Melbourne, the first side to come out. I think, yeah, if Moreton walk away with at least a point here today, I'll be happy. I think it'd be really good if they walked away with a point from South Melbourne. I mean, really, with this championship, I think if any team walks away from a result away from home, especially interstate, with a point, I think you gotta be happy. Alright, we're pretty much back for the second half. All teams are back on their fields. Damon Anderson coming on for Moreton early in the second half here. Not sure who he's replacing. Who is Damo coming on to replace here? Maybe K? And Manny Agwek coming on for South Melbourne as well. Joe Scott has come off for Moreton City. Okay, two interesting substitutions there from both sides. Manny Agwek. Always dangerous. Always dangerous when he plays. So another opportunity for South Melbourne to get some goals under their belt from another dangerous player. Damon Anderson, interested to see how he goes and how he's used in this Moreton City side for the second half. Looks like he is just going to be a like-for-like replacement with Joe Scott play down that left-hand side. Last week we saw him come on as a right back. This week he's being used as a left winger. So, man of many positions, Damon Anderson. Yoshida saved by Foster, but right into the path of Manny Agwek, and South Melbourne score instantly in the second half. Wow. Manny Agwek, I said he was dangerous. He comes on and makes a massive difference for South Melbourne. Thought maybe offside though. I don't know. I don't know how he's not offside in my opinion, unless K doesn't get back quick enough. Yeah, I think that's got to be it. I don't think Kojima got back in line with the defence in time, but there we go. South Melbourne up 1-0. Foster did well to save the first one as it came through the legs of Maneki, but it's probably what they deserve, South Melbourne, after the first half. Probably what they deserve after that first half, South Melbourne. And Avondale are up 2-0 as well. Jesus, what's happened in that game? I missed. Oh, yeah. Straight away after halftime. Alright, Avondale up 2-0. Both Melbourne teams winning their games at the moment. South Melbourne fans are getting behind their team now. You can hear them. Oh, there we go. I can't say it's anything less than they deserve. Honestly, South Melbourne. Morton win a free kick in the box. But Morton give it away sloppily. Great challenge there, Declan Smith. But Morton seem to be all over the place at the moment. Bayswater attacking the Metro Stars net. Take a shot. Well defended there by Metro Stars. Here we go. We've got some goals to start the second half after a pretty lackluster first half in all three games. Mikola with a long throw here. Bit of pinball in the box. Manny Agwick. For South Melbourne. As ends up being cleared by Morton City, but South Melbourne has started this second half hot. After maybe not creating enough clear-cut chances in the first half with all their possession. They create one straight away in the second half, and Manny Agwick on the spot. Declan Smith wins a free kick for Morton City. Everything's happening now. Everything's happening now. Another free kick given away by South Melbourne. Late challenge on Declan Smith. Second half at Lakeside Stadium started real hot between South Melbourne and Morton City. NWS with a free kick against Avondale here. Can they call one back in their game? Good cross. Oh my god! Oh my god! What a goal! What a goal from the NWS player! My lord, what a finish! That's an absolute cracker. The ball's fallen to him from the free kick, and it's just an absolute screamer. Wow. NWS back in the game down there. Holy crap. Wowee. That's, wow. That's 2 weeks in a row we've been watching one of the other games, and they've scored an absolute screamer. Wow. That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous goal. Go check that out if you aren't watching the NWS Avondale game. That was a screamer. First time volley Bang! Straight across goal. Here's Yoshida for South Melbourne. Good cross in the box. Manny Agwek was free. No one tracking the run. Puts it wide. Luckily enough for Moreton City. Really should have been 2-0 there for South Melbourne. Just lapse of communication there between Smith and Maneki by the looks of it. Moreton give it away. Takagishi with the poorly placed pass. You don't see that very often. They go quick here, South Melbourne, towards Manny Agwek. Well defended there by Maneki. NWS, they've won the ball back here against Avondale. Plays it wide. And they've won themselves a corner. NWS fighting in their game. Smith puts it behind for a corner. South Melbourne really threatening the Moreton goal here at the moment. Can they make it 2 here, South Melbourne? Go short from the corner. First time ball into the box. But they win another one here. As Metro Stars try and find something against Bayswater. Bayswater well defended. NWS with their corner. Everything's happening. Oh my god, he's almost scored an Olympico. Put it onto the roof of the net. My lord. It's all happening here. South Melbourne with their corner. Good ball towards the back post. Way too deep though. Yoshida's there. Can Yoshida put in a cross? He can. It's a dangerous cross. Well defended there by Smith. Here's Max Mikola. Trying some jinky majinky. And he's being booked for diving there, Max Mikola. Wowee. Bayswater have scored. Hang on. Bayswater have scored. Show me the replay. From a free kick. That's a great driven ball towards the back post. Spilled a couple of times by the Metro defence. And eventually put in there for Bayswater. Should have been dealt with by the Metro Stars defence, but Bayswater will not complain. And they find themselves ahead at home. There you go, Bayswater. First time they have led in the Australian Championship. Obviously they scored that very late goal last week against Sydney United. Chris Mars also found himself onto the field here for Moreton City. Not sure who he's replaced. South Melbourne still in the box here. Seb Squally, great save. That's a great save, Nathan Foster. Hey, that's a great save there by Nathan Foster. Chris Maher is on the field. I'm not sure who he replaced, though. Was it Takagishi? Yeah, so Sayers has come on for Arneson. And Takagishi for Ma. So that shoulder must be really playing on Takagishi. Although he didn't have his best of games, Takagishi, in this one. As Morton winner throw in. Can the experienced head of Chris Marr lead this Morton midfield into a bit more control of the game? South Melbourne well defended on Pengelly there. They win the ball back. Try to go forward here. And Declan Smith puts it into the stands there at Lakeside Stadium. And WS trying to find something here against Avondale. They're pushing. Morton City still trying to find a way back into this game. They haven't really been able to find anything all game so far. It's really all been South Melbourne. Morton win themselves a free kick here. Declan Smith's gone down here. He was saying something about getting some liquid. He also did get subbed off last week against Magic. So maybe still a little bit something there, but I think he's just honestly wanted a bit of liquids. Morton's free kick. Still in their own half here, though. Millard plays it long to the corner. Yankovic puts it over the sideline. NWS go forward against Avondale here. Good ball back post. Can they do something here? Good ball. Great save. And it's back into the net. NWS have an equaliser. 2-2 in that game at Christie Park. Saw the camera go quickly there. Here's Morton. Saito Muro tries to find Jackson Courtney Perkins' feet, but just a little bit too high. 2 goals there for NWS against Avondale early in this second half. 30 minutes to go in all games. At the moment, some absolute crackers going on. Here comes South Melbourne though. Yoshida lining up for a shot. Well blocked there by Maneki. Here's Max Mikola. Tries to hit that reverse pass to Yoshida, but Foster read it and claims it with quite ease. With a bit of ease. Here comes Morton. Anderson puts in the cross. Hits Chris Marr. Courtney Perkins was in an offside position after it hits Marr. But positive play there by Morton. Avondale, can they bounce back after conceding those 2 quick goals against NWS there? They found their feet in that game, the Spirit. But here's Max Mikla for South Melbourne, looking to cut in on that left. Headed away there by Declan Smith. Mar finds Sayers. Mar wins it back. Finds Foster to hoof it long. But once again, South Melbourne first to it and have been pretty much first to most things all game. Sloppy giveaway there by Lopez though. Here comes Moreton City. Murai. Pangeli. Oh, it's well blocked there by Yankovic. And Moreton have a corner. Sloppy giveaway there by Javi Lopez. It's well blocked there by Yankovic. Chris Marr to take the corner here for Moreton. Can they score here, Moreton? Declan Smith's always a danger from corners. Here's the corner. Chris Marr. Good ball towards Smith. Great header. Just not enough power on it to beat Javi Lopez. Ends up being a bit of a looping header. Moreton maybe with a little bit of a pip in their step at the moment. A couple of fresh legs on the field. South Melbourne ever dangerous going forward here. Millard with a good header away. Smith challenges with Agwek. Great work there by Ollie Lavale. It's a great challenge though by Smith on Agwek. So all the South Melbourne fans calling for a free kick at least on that one. Maybe even a penalty, but looked pretty well timed to me. Here's Chris Marr in the midfield. Can he control this game here, Chris Marr? Oh, Damon Anderson. Yellow card. I think that was a bit soft. I thought he won the ball there against Yoshida. Metro Stars looking for an equaliser here against Bayswater. They go out wide here, Metro Stars. Well defended there by Bayswater. Defended really well this game, Bayswater. Really, really well. Italiano not called into too many saves. South Melbourne with a dangerous free kick here. A looping ball to the back is what they'll be looking for. Towards Yoshida, towards Yankovic. They find Marshall, but luckily he just heads it into the ground. And Foster, with a good claim, tries to find Kojima with an early outlet, but just a little bit too far in front of him. NWS another free kick in a similar situation where they scored their first. Ball into the box here by NWS. Easily claimed there by the Avondale keeper. Here's Manny Agwek for South Melbourne. Well defended there by Millard. Millard's on the ground in all sorts at the moment. Great save by Foster. And great block there by Kojima in the second time of asking. Millard still down. Great second block there by Kojima. That's going into the back of the net. South Melbourne really looking dangerous to add a second here. Can they do it through this corner? Pasquale on the corner. Can't beat the first man. And they've got another corner. Metro Stars still looking for an equaliser against Bayswater over there in WA. Pasquale again on the corner here for South Melbourne. Goes short. Tries to get a 1-2 back. Still does get the 1-2 back. Eventually a ball gets put into the box towards Jankovic. But he can't control it. And Morton have a chance to burst forward here. But South Melbourne recover really well. And there's the opportunity closes quite quickly. Damien Anderson gets the ball pinched off of him. Declan Smith. Lockie Sayers brings down Yoshida and earns himself a yellow card. Smart play though. Smart play. It would have been about 3 or 4 on the back 3 at the moment. Even Chris knows it's a sloppy foul to give away. And WS and Avondale still at 2-2. James Murphy comes on for Courtney Perkins, so you'd see Kojima going to a wide winger spot. James Murphy, former Raw Academy player. Been the starting left back for majority of the season in the NPL this year as well. Here is South Melbourne. What can they do? Squally again. Dangerous ball. Jankovic finds him at the back post, but the ball across doesn't amount to much. Ends up in a goal kick. Charge the battery. I charged it. What the hell? Oh no. This is awful. What's happened? The camera's gotten too hot. Alright. Plan B it is. Gonna have to go to... I apologise for this. Gonna have to go to this one. Jesus Christ, this is gonna look awful. Oh my god. Yeah, this is gonna look awful for the last few minutes. I apologise. Noel Bernarda. Oh my god, he's been sent off. Noel Bernarda's been sent off for a lash out against Declan Smith. He's still going at Jack Morgan here, Noel Bernarda. He's still going at Jack Morgan. Declan Smith slips over. and then just sillily, like, he backs into him, but he really does throw his elbow back at him. He wants to see the replay himself. He's sitting down. He's VARing himself. Declan Smith slips over. Gets back up. Oh, yeah. He really throws his back into it. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Bernarda goes off. And South Melbourne down to 10 for the last 15 minutes. Wowee. Okay. We've got a game. We've got a game going on. We've got some football. My lord. I do apologise for this camera angle for the last few minutes. But it's the best I got. The camera, I think, overheated more than went flat. I think it overheated. Wowee. Alright. Declan Smith back on his feet. I think he's cramping a little bit more than anything, Declan Smith, but big 15 here to go here for Moreton City. Can they get something out of this game now? South Melbourne have defended really well this whole game, but the last 15 minutes, can they get something out of here, Moreton City, especially against 10 men? Wowee. Here we go. It's going to be a low block here from South Melbourne for the last 15. But there's plenty of talent on the pitch here for Moreton City to get something out of the game. They'll keep majority of the possession for the last 15 here, Moreton. Maneki and Smith just keeping it between themselves at the moment. Agwek gives away a free kick. He's done that a few times so far this game on Declan Smith. He's getting boos now, Declan Smith. Oh, he's a good lad, I promise. He's a good lad. Say to Murray, good ball. Over to James Murphy. Goes back, finds Sayers. Say Murray, last week's game winner. James Murphy. Here's Kojima. Here's Kojima again. It's all Moreton City now. How the game's flipped on its head. James Murphy here. Ball probably just a little bit too far out of his feet to get a cross in. Murphy again. Good ball in by Murphy. Free kick here for Moreton in a dangerous part of the field. They've got a big task to hold on here. South Melbourne. Here's Ma. Out to Smith. Finds Millard. But ultimately finds its way all the way back to Foster. He's getting booed every time the ball comes near him at the moment, Declan Smith. Here's Maneki. Can we split the line here? Ma. Back over to Smith. Here's Sater. He's dropped deep to get his foot on the ball. Declan Smith. Chris Ma. Sage is almost playing that quarterback role at the moment. Over to Sayers. Ma's made a run into the box. Cleared by South Melbourne, but Moreton get the ball back. Here's Sayers. Goes back to Declan Smith. Really got that low block going at the moment, South Melbourne. Kajima. Ma. Murphy. Back to Ma. Tries to find Murphy. Just finds the South Melbourne player who gets rid. Oh my God. Park the bus here, South Melbourne. Here's Maneki. Finds Kajima. Kajima gets it back. Have a shot, Kajima. Great save, Javi Lopez. That's better, though, from Moreton. That's better. Ten minutes to go. It's better from Moreton. NWS going here against Avondale. Can they make something out of the last 10 minutes of their game? Great defence there by Avondale, though. Bayswater still hanging on against Metro Stars as well. Chris Ma. Good ball into the box. Javi Lopez with an easy claim. No one really attacking it there for Moreton. Javi Lopez gets really long. Easily won there by Declan Smith. South Melbourne's #1 enemy at the moment, Declan Smith. Here's Ma. Gets past Agwork, but gives it away. South Melbourne's got a little bit of possession here. Can they do anything here with it? South Melbourne with a throw in here. Basically a free kick. They'll take their time taking this one, South Melbourne. Take it a bit quickly here towards Agwork. Mikola with the ball in. Just finds Kajima though. Here's Murphy. Sheeta with a good bit of defensive work there. NWS go forward at Avondale here. Good ball out to the right. Cuts in on the left. Oh, and it's goal there for NWS against Avondale. A big upset at Christie Park. As NWS make it 3-2. Avondale 2-0 up. Now find themselves 3-2 behind. First shot initially saved by the Avondale keeper, but he drops it right behind him, and the NWS striker taps it into the back of the net. 3-2 at Christie Park. Moreton City. Bit it long towards Pengelly, but it ends up back at Javi Lopez's feet. He'll take his time, kill a few seconds, pick it up before Sater pressures him. Metro Stars still looking for an equaliser there against Bayswater. South Melbourne making it difficult here for Moreton. Mikola with a long throw towards Agwek, who will try and hold it up a little bit. Mikola with a cross into the box. Doesn't find anyone, but cleared to a South Melbourne player, who gets it pinched off him by Kojima. Blinkers, the NWS Avondale game is unreal. Couple of cracking goals as well. And NWS find themselves ahead in that game at the moment. Chris Marr gives it straight back to South Melbourne. Just need a little bit of calm on the ball here, Moreton. Got a couple of attacking players on the bench they could use as well. Give it away again here, Moreton. Well done by Kojima to give it back. Just need to keep the ball here for a second. Get their composure back here, Moreton. Look like they're ready to put a couple players onto the field here. Here's Kojima. Clear there by South Melbourne. Goes out. And we're going to see those substitutions made. Couple here for South Melbourne as well. Pengelly comes off, so Yankovic comes on. And same with Jack McAnally for Trent Millard. Max Mikola comes off for South Melbourne. Yeah, Anapopoulos as well. Big 5 here for Moreton City. NWS also leading Avondale 3-2. A bit of an upset there. Metro Stars looking for their equaliser against Bayswater. They go forward here. They look like they're getting a bit desperate here. Metro Stars. Bayswater have pinched it. Could they make it 2 here, Bayswater? Ball into the box. Oh! Oh my god, that should have been 2. It should have been 2 for Bayswater. Really should have been 2. Ball comes into the box, missed by everyone. Falls to the guy at the back stick and just blasts it over. Moreton. Although, here comes Agwek. Tries his luck from halfway. Oh, no. Oh, no. Manny Agwek. Oh, no. That's an unbelievable goal from Manny Agwek. It was a poor giveaway from Morton there. God damn it. What the fuck indeed, Alex. Oh, no. There's still a bit of time here for Morton. There'll be a bit of added time. If they can get one before... If they can get one before the regular time ends. But they've struggled to get past this South Melbourne defence with 10 men for the last 15 minutes. Oh, no. It's not what I wanted. Lucky Sayers. Tries to find Damon Anderson in behind. But it just goes out for a goal kick. They'll take their time with this one, South Melbourne. Avondale still trailing to Northwest Sydney Spirit up there at Christie Park. The crowd's really getting behind them down there at Lakeside Stadium. Oh, everything's just falling South Melbourne's way at the moment. And won themselves a free kick here. South Melbourne. They'll take their time with it. They'd be stupid not to. Avondale trying to find something here against NWS. South Melbourne, don't forget they're down to 10 men after Noel Bernarda's little lash out against Declan Smith. Now they're bringing on a couple of extra substitutions as well. Really using all their substitutions here, South Melbourne. Metro Stars still looking for an equaliser against Bayswater as well. They're into stoppage time. 7 minutes down over in WA. 7 minutes in MWS. And 6 minutes down at Lakeside Stadium. It's got to be a miracle for Morton to get anything out of this game now. Here's Damon Anderson. Towards Sater. Out by South Melbourne for a Morton City throw. Can we get something? Can we get a goal here, Morton? Sater. They give it away again. Sloppily give it away to South Melbourne. On Jack McAnally. Kojima wins Free kick just on the South Melbourne side of halfway. Couple of players going down for NWS against Avondale deep into stoppage time there. Metro Stars go forward against Bayswater. Great little in-between pass. And then won them... Oh, it's a goal kick. I thought it was a corner. No bad. Offside against Sata for Morton City. Final minutes of this watch along. Make sure you have liked it if you haven't already. No Morton City watch along next week. I'll be getting down to the game against Sydney Olympic at Perry Park. This game, it looks like it's going to end in defeat for Morton City. After that Manny Agwek screamer from halfway. Gonna hold it in the corner here, South Melbourne. Won themselves another throw. Ay, ay, ay. To be fair, it's probably still deserved by South Melbourne. They still probably played probably 2 goals better than Morton. Morton just weren't on it today. Sloppily given away again. Here's Agwek. Great challenge by Declan Smith. Good win back by Sayers. Substitute Manny Agwek, really the difference maker there for South Melbourne. Scored less than a minute into the second half. And then, oh my God, NWSA came so close to a fourth. Great defensive work there. Has to go in. Has to go in. How has that not gone in? Offside anyway, but what? How? That's a great ball by James Murphy. Kay misses it. Great save by Javier Lopez against Sata. And then great defensive work there by Lampard against Anderson. Oh my God. How's not one of those gone in? Into the last minute, NWS Avondale. Last minute with South Melbourne and MCE. And the last minute against Bayswater. For Bayswater against Metro Stars as well. Morton City go down 2-0 at Lakeside Stadium against South Melbourne. Kojima can only find Javi Lopez. That's going to be it. It's South Melbourne against Lakeside Stadium. Avondale have scored! No way! A last gasp equaliser. Amir Abdallah. Oh my God. Goal for Avondale, says Blinkus. What? How? Wowee. I gotta watch that back. I gotta find that goal. Was it? No, it wasn't Amir Abdullah. Let's watch this goal back for Avondale. They go forward. Out wide. Great strike, and it just falls to him. Wow. Great work, Avondale. Newey Jets. Just on the way home from the Jets game. Oh, that's a tough result to take there, Harry. That's a tough result to take. Bayswater's game is done as well. Did they score a second? Or are they just celebrating the win? No, they're just celebrating the win. Yeah, that's a tough game to take, Harry, after that penalty to losing it like that. That's crazy. NWS, final gas chance here. Still go forward here, NWS. Good ball into the box. Cleared by Avondale, and it's 3-3. Wow. What games we had on our hands. But, goddamn, tough result for MCE. And that'll do us. Thank you all for watching. Apologies for the camera fuck up. But we'll fix it for next time. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the... I guess A-League's done for the round. Enjoy your weekend. Have a good week. I'll catch you next time.